Hello, y'all. How are y'all doing? Welcome back to another Tuesday with Michelle Green. And where are they now? What are we talking about? We are talking about the alumni that have come through the Kingdom Builders Business University courses and have graduated, and they are here to share their story every Tuesday. So if you're thinking about entrepreneurship, or if you are an entrepreneur already, I know you will be intrigued by their journey. So listen in, go ahead and share and like this recording, this message, because I'm telling you, you're going to want to listen to it over and over again for inspiration, for encouragement, for the ability to be able to just stay in the course of your journey of being an entrepreneur. You're going to be inspired today. So let's talk to our guest today, Miss Jasmine Grayson. Yay!
How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Jasmine?
Good. I'm doing good.
Awesome. We are so glad that you are here. Thank you for joining us, coming on the Where Are They Now at KBBU. We are so excited to have you here. Listen, we are going to talk about today, like your journey with KBBU. We're going to talk about your journey as an entrepreneur. And we just want to start out by going all the way back. Now, we know that, first off, you are a phenomenal, what would you call yourself? Let me just ask you that.
Entrepreneur. I am a licensed cosmetologist.
Yes.
So, but entrepreneur over anything.
Entrepreneur. She is an entrepreneur, but she is a licensed cosmetologist, and she is taking her cosmetology to a whole nother level. Okay. Yes, she is. So today, let's talk about, Jasmine, how you got started with this whole idea of being an entrepreneur. What led you into entrepreneurship?
Doing hair. When I was younger, I used to go to school and my mama could not do hair, but she always had me in somebody's salon, and the love for hair just starts from there. Getting off the school bus, going straight to the hair salon. I've been there all day, all night. I'm like, well, can I help? Can I do this? Can I do that? So that's where the love of hair started from.
Really? Okay. So was your mom a cosmetologist also?
No, she couldn't do hair. She couldn't do it at all.
She could not do hair. Okay.
But she would.
Sorry, Mom.
No, she would send me to the hair salon, and I was young going to the hair salon.
Oh, okay. So you were going to the hair salon to get your hair done. Mm-hmm. And then the reason why you were there was because Mom was not that great of a job at doing hair. So then you wanted to help with the people who were doing your own hair, or you were saying you were helping at home?
No, I was helping at the salon, just being there so long.
What?
I would help out. Can I do this? Can I do that? Looking over, trying to see what they're doing so I can learn how to do it. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. At what age, Jasmine, were you doing this?
I remember at least the second grade. I had me maybe 7, 8 years old going to the hair salon every 2 weeks on a Friday going. I sweep up hair, looking over people's shoulders, seeing what they got going on. Mm-hmm.
What? Oh my goodness. So as a little girl, what was the thing that most inspired you about hair? Was it the beauty? What happened?
It's just seeing a turnaround when a client comes in one way. They might have a horrible day, and you could spend a few hours with them, and then all of a sudden they turn around in the chair and they are a whole totally different person. It's just seeing their change in when they first come in the door to when they leave.
Oh, okay. So that transformation, yes. That before and after, it got you. So it sounds like that stemmed from a place of really wanting to help people.
Yes.
So let's talk about, your idea, or what it is that really triggered you to start helping people. Was that something that was always there at an earlier age before you became interested in hair, or did that come as you were going along that?
Being young and being really don't have a job. But the one thing you can do is be at home and you can do your hair and everything, and you see all these people, you see how their hair is. You're like, well, let me just try it. Then next thing you know, your friends, well, can you try this? And it's just, yeah, I'll try it. And they'll do it, and they so happy, and it just brings joy to me. So that's where it started when I was young.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. So it started when you were young, and then time progressed. And let's say we speed it up to when you became like grown and you were ready to go into your own world of the workforce yourself. Tell us about that story.
Well, I knew I wanted to do business. I didn't know that I wanted to actually own a salon, but I decided to go to school for business, and that didn't work out. But then I said, well, I can go to school for hair. So once I went to school for hair and I seen, oh, I can really make this work for me. So I just said, well, let me, instead of doing this business school, I'm gonna just go ahead and go to cosmetology school and get my license there.
Okay. So that was around what age again?
Oh, let me see, about 2013.
Okay.
So a long time ago. But yes, about 2013, I got licensed. I got my cosmetology license. And after that, I started working at Walmart. But then I was like, oh, I really want to do hair and I want to grow my business, because I had other people coming in, bringing their deposits to the garden center. And it was like, well, you going to do my hair? Yeah. And everyone's like, what are they doing? What are you doing? I was like, well, I do hair on the side. And every time I would come in, I would have a different hairstyle. So I have a different hairstyle. And it's like, that was my talking piece. So then, and I decided right before COVID, I was like, I think I want to do hair full time. So after COVID was 2019, I just was like, okay, I'm gonna do this for real, and I'm gonna quit Walmart and just worry about hair full time. So that's when I got. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. So Walmart is where you were working, and then you said a key point when it comes to entrepreneurship, your talking point. So tell us about this talking point. You learned what exactly through that talking point?
Anytime that I was at the garden center, normally I was at the register. And when people come, the first thing they could see is your hair. So I made it a point to have different colors, have different styles all the time. So people can be like, oh, I love your hair. What are you doing? Like, who does your hair? And I was talk to them and I'm like, well, here goes my card. You can call me, or I'm going to just put my card in your bag, with the bread. So you remembers it, because the bread is important. Got to have bread by itself. So I will put my business card in there, and they would just call me back, and it just worked from there.
Wow, that is so cool. I love that you learned at a very early age in your career of working that there needed to be some form of communication, a way for you to get some business, right?
Yes.
So you were like working, even though you were working at Walmart and doing your thing and getting your paycheck, you were thinking about, okay, well, let me think about my future. I'm getting ready to open up this business at some point. So I'm going to go ahead and start communicating with the people who are coming through wherever I am. You were making sure that you were prepared to offer what it is that you were doing as a business owner. And I think that as entrepreneurs, we forget that we are looked at, once we become a business owner, we're always a business owner. And we're really business owners before we even get the business open, before we even do anything, right?
Yeah, right.
We become business owners up front. Like, I feel like I was born a business owner, honestly.
Yes.
But we all have these different skills, gifts, and talents that we are born with, for real. And things that we kind of like cling to, or things that we just kind of love doing. And we don't understand that that is the beginning stage of entrepreneurship.
Right.
So how are we going to get the information out of how we're doing what we do if we don't talk to people? I think that that's such a crucial point that you just made, that you were presenting yourself as the business owner that you wanted to be before you even open up your first salon, before you got your license or anything. That is so cool, Jasmine.
you. Thank you.
Oh, yes. I love it. Two snaps in a circle. Okay. Yes, that is so cool. And as entrepreneurs, like I said, we don't really communicate properly with other people as clientele, as potential clientele. We just kind of like, okay, once we got our skill set, gift, and talent, we might advertise a little bit here and there, but you were talking to people as they came through the line. I
Yes.
feel like the type of person you were was like, it don't matter who they are, you about to put your card in that bag today.
Yes. Yes.
Is that really how it was, Jasmine?
Yes,
That's how it went down.
yes. I don't care who it was. If they stop me, hey, do you know where the shampoo is? I do know where the shampoo is, and I can shampoo it for you. Here's my card.
Yeah. Wow. I love that. So you not only had the communication, but you knew enough details about what you were doing. Mm-hmm. So you studied your craft. Mm-hmm. Entrepreneurs that are listening, listen, we got to learn our craft to the point that we know it in our sleep. Right. We know it like backwards and forward, up and down, in a circle, in a square. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter how, but we know our craft. Whatever it is that we are good at, whatever it is that we are offering as a service or a product, if we don't know our craft, then we're losing out. Because right. What if somebody asks you a question that you can't answer? Mm-hmm. There should never be a time when somebody would ask you a question that you can't answer. Right. So think about that, Jasmine. I know that you was killing the game back then.
Yes, all of it through the garden center. I had everybody coming, whether they're coming from the top or whether they're coming from the bottom of the garden center. I was there, ready to take a photo. I would have my little book ready to write things down. When your day, okay, come at this time. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, y'all listening? Are y'all getting these key points right here? Mm-hmm. Like Jasmine is dropping some jewels, yes. Okay, because she had a whole book. Jasmine, you had a whole booklet that you took to work every day.
Mm-hmm. Because I couldn't remember who was who and working two jobs. I was like, let me write this stuff down. This is going to help me more if I just write it down, take the time to write it down.
Oh my God, that is so awesome. I am loving this. I love entrepreneurship and the journeys that we have in entrepreneurship. That is so right to do, but it's not something that most people think about. They are unprepared as entrepreneurs. They walk into the thing expecting everybody to just kind of fall in their lap and it's just going to happen for them. But what I'm hearing from you is that in order for you to be the person who you have become as a business owner, you had to make sure that everything was prepared. You had to write things down. You had your booklet with you. You knew what it is that you were going to talk to people about. So you already had been studying that conversation. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Tell me about that conversation. What was your practice like, girl?
So I just made sure that, hey, my name is Jasmine. I am a licensed cosmetologist. If you are interested, I am going to leave this card with you. But I made sure that I made them comfortable first off. Like, especially if they came in, hey, well, do you know where such and such is? Yes, I do know where it's at and what you're doing. And whenever they came back, I made sure that I would talk to them or at least greet them so they know, okay, that's Jasmine over there. I know Jasmine. So I just kept on talking. And then that's when I feel comfortable, slide that card right on in.
Yes, honey. I love it. That is so cool. So you gave another important tip to those who are watching. You said that you didn't just go in and say, okay, here's my card. You warmed them up a little bit. You talked to them and you got to know them and they got to know you.
Got to make them feel comfortable.
Got to make people feel comfortable, y'all. As entrepreneurs, we can't just go out here and just be like, well, yeah, this is what I do. And you need to listen to what it is that I'm doing and think that you're going to win at that game. That's not how the game works. The game works when you make friends. The game works when you get people, like she said, to feel comfortable around you. as an entrepreneur, think about how comfortable people are around you. I know
Mhm.
back in the day, Jasmine, people used to say, I used to walk around like I was stuck up. And I was like, what do you mean? I walk around like I'm stuck up. So I had to learn how to change the
Mhm.
way that I look. I had to change my smile. I had to make sure I was smiling. I had to
Mhm.
make sure that, I was inviting. I
Right.
didn't just look all raggedy and, just
Mhm.
like I'm thrown away. I look like somebody,
Right.
okay? And
Right.
I look like somebody who was kind and that was polite and
Mhm.
that would be helpful in whatever it is that I was doing. But I would have to gradually get into that conversation. I couldn't just go into that conversation. Hey, I'm Michelle Green. I'm a financial advisor, and you need some help with your finances. I mean,
Mhm.
what kind of stuff is that? That's going to offend people, you
Right.
know?
Right.
So I love that you said you warmed them up. You basically got to know them, they got to
Mhm.
know you, and then you became somebody that was dependable to
Mhm.
them.
Yes.
What the
Yes.
world? Like, come on, Jasmine. You
Mhm.
killing the game. You killing the game. I love that. So you made people feel comfortable and that they could depend on you. They could call on you. And that is something that is really missing in today's society with entrepreneurs. What
Yeah,
you think about that, Jasmine?
I do. If you just take the time out and treat them like family, you may not have to. Well, I know I don't have to get like 5, 10 different clients because at the same time, I want these clients for years. Like I don't want them just for a few months. I want them to be my family. So I gotta love and treat on them and care for them and show them, okay, I'm here to help you. At the same time, even though I'm doing a service for you to get paid, but I just want you to know that I care enough.
I like that. I like that too. So you're saying like you're thinking long term in the sense of you want them to keep coming around. I think
Mhm.
that a lot of us are in that instantaneous mindset where we go into making a sale because we know we want to make some money, right? And
Mhm.
then we just kind of like we just cut it off at that sale. Once we get the sale, then we don't talk to the people no more.
Right. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. Talk to them
I'm
forever. Even with me, sometimes I just throw out a text, hey, have you greased your scalp today? And it's just out of nowhere, just so you can remember me. I do care about your scalp and hope to see you soon, but I do care about your scalp.
I love it. I love it. So you gave them a way that even in their everyday life that they can be thinking about what it is that you do as well as your heart that you
Mhm.
really care and you're there to help people.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I don't think that many of us are very sincere in the things that we are offering when we're, especially if we are or have been in like a multi-level networking type company and we are independent contractors working for another company and trying to make money that way. We really got to stop and think about like, do we want to have people around long term? Like you said, forever, forever, ever? Yes, we do. We really do, though. We really do. I love that analogy. That's so cool
Thank
because we don't think about that.
you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
We don't think about having somebody around forever. We just think about, okay, well, did I make the sale or not? And then once I make the sale, once I get them to buy into my product service or my gift, skill, or talent, then we move on to the next person. And we're like just constantly moving on. But what we don't realize is that one person can open up our whole business. I remember as a business owner first starting out, I learned word of mouth was
Mhm.
everything.
Mhm. Mhm.
Let's talk about that, Jasmine.
Even if, okay, so for instance, if I love on somebody so much, they are my word of mouth. They, for one, they're my walking advertisement. One is more, it's going to be more than just, oh, she does my hair, oh, I love her, oh, she helps me with this. The talks that we have is, it's all of that that they are spewing to somebody that I don't even know. I've never seen them, but I just know that my client is speaking so highly of me just because I loved her a little bit extra. So she's gonna be my word of mouth. She's gonna walk around and advertise for me when I'm not there.
Ooh, and see, we don't even consider that. We don't even consider that one individual can be like 1,000 people for our business
Mm-hmm.
because that one person is going to tell at least 3 or 4 people.
Right, right.
And then what's going to happen? Them 3 or 4 people going to tell 3 or 4 more people.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. My
And then,
favorite word is to say, "Well, how did you find me?" Well, I found you through such and such. I seen them walking by at the mall, and they said that you did their hair, and I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you." Or they might have seen them at the grocery store or something, and it's just crazy to see like how far they might go. I might find somebody in Asheville, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm all the way down here in Spartanburg," and somebody from Asheville seen somebody that did my I did their hair. So it's just like just seeing where my work travels from day to day. Like it's just crazy. I couldn't do it, and I know my clients they help me a lot by doing that. So
wow, that is so amazing. Oh
mm-hmm.
my gosh, like you came out the womb with
Mm-hmm.
these principles that are working in your life, girl, working in your life. I love it. I love it. So when it comes to being a business owner, I know you have some challenges. So let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you've been through as an entrepreneur.
um COVID. Let's talk about a pandemic that your hands are tied. One thing is we couldn't work for 3 months.
Hmm.
Yes, luckily I was still working at Walmart, but then I thought, well, how can I make some more money? Because now my job that make the most money, I don't have that anymore, so I have to work at Walmart. So I was like, well, I'm gonna figure this out. So I decided to sell units, and when I tell you, just being at home, coloring them, making videos, posting them, they started selling, and I was like, oh, I don't have to be in a salon to actually sell and continue to do things that I like. So I started doing videos and I started doing hair. So just thinking, oh, I won't have my major source of income for 3 months, but still turning that around just because I couldn't physically do hair, I could still do a wig and sell that too. So that was one instance where it's kind of hard, but we still managed.
Yeah, but let's say I'm just thinking like I didn't know what a unit was. I was like, when I think about unit, I'm thinking about like a air conditioning unit.
A wig.
It's a wig. It's a
Yeah.
wig, Michelle. It's a wig. Duh. Cosmetologist. Okay. Okay, I got it. I'm back now. I'm back.
Yeah, selling a wig. I would color it. It just make little funny videos with the wig on, and they just started selling.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Some creativity for you.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, so you made something out. You made out of nothing, you made something. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't just settle for the fact that just because COVID happened and it stopped the clients from coming into your actual salon, now you have the ability during COVID for you to create a wig that people will want to buy and you would just sell it. And you were
Yes,
just selling it, making videos and selling your wigs online until everything kind of went brushed over with COVID
mm-hmm.
and everybody was back in person. Oh
Yes.
my God. Like that's amazing, Jasmine.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome. That is amazingly huge for us to understand as entrepreneurs that, we can't just think one way all the time.
you. Right.
If,
And I think
if
I started with you. Was it before COVID or after COVID?
oh my God, I don't even remember.
I think it was right after COVID, I believe. And
Yeah, I think so.
it was great. Well needed. Well needed. I feel like it was the perfect time with COVID sitting there and then what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do. And opening up another salon after COVID from after taking your classes. Yes.
Yes, honey, I love it. I love the creativity and how everything just kind of transpired. You came from a little girl wanting to help out, wanting to make sure that you had your hair done, number one, and
Mhm.
then still working a job, and then transitioning to become a licensed cosmetologist, eventually opening up your own salon, talking to people, doing the work. That's
Yes.
what I'm hearing. You were doing the freaking work. And
Mhm.
that is not something that most of us do as entrepreneurs, because everybody sells this big dream of being an entrepreneur and being having all this success, but nobody talks about the work.
Right.
Nobody talks about
Right.
the hard work that is involved in our journey, in the process of what goes on, in the background, what people don't see, and the challenges that we have. So
Mhm.
you had some ups and downs. So when you left COVID, and you had already started making money during COVID,
Mhm.
and then you went back into the salon, and then how did we meet? Because I forgot, Jasmine, was it your event that you had?
Yes, I did a bosses brunch because I just felt like they tell you the trait, they teach you the trait, but they don't teach you the business part of it. And I was like, it's
Yes.
something missing. Like I need to get these girls together and figure out how we all can come together and be better business partners. And I got connected with you through, I believe, Lee. I got connected through.
Yes, that's right. Lee Williams.
You were talking, and when you were talking, you was asking questions, and it was like I was at school. I was like, "Oh yes, what's next? What's next?" It's like I just needed to know more, and it's like you had the answer. And I think I told you, I was like, I really liked it, and I wanted to start your class, but you was a speaker at my boss's brunch. That's how we.
Boston's brunch, baby. That was
Yes,
it.
yes.
Yes, I remember
Mhm,
now. Wow,
mhm.
wow, wow. That was an amazing event you had. I really enjoyed myself. It was fun. It was exciting. It was informative.
Thank
Everybody had something that they were either sharing or that they were, being able to receive and also give
you.
in that brunch. And I made some really good connections at that brunch. I remember meeting one of the ladies that was there, and
Mhm,
she was saying that she could help people to get jobs through Google.
mhm,
Yeah, I
mhm.
remember that. That was so good. And then you had vendors there, people
Yeah.
who you could go and buy things from. And
Mhm.
one of those vendors was my cousin, Mia. Shout out,
Yeah.
hey.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yes, that was so awesome. I love that. So in that event, what I got from it, as far as being an entrepreneur, that sometimes we got to think even further outside of the box of what we've been boxed into.
Yeah.
Because you were thinking, like, as a cosmetologist, I don't really know too many cosmetologists that would think on that level to try to bring other cosmetologists together and try to collaborate and make them better people,
Mhm.
make them be able to have an opportunity for them to learn about credit, about
Yes.
business credit, and different things that you had as a panel for people that came in and spoke on at
Mhm.
your event. Like, that was a lot. That was a
Yes.
whole lot. And I love that you have that mentality. So I want you guys to really think about, like, as an entrepreneur, are you really thinking outside of the box? Regardless of the challenges that come up in your life, when challenges come, they present opportunities for you to grow and change and have creativity. And Jasmine, you have done that exactly. You took COVID like a champ. Okay. You
Thank
really did. You really did. For you to turn those wigs, as you say, units. Now
you.
that I know where they are, okay.
Yes.
You turn you turn those wigs into something that people would still be able to purchase. You kept your income flowing, and then you turn around and had the event, and we connected. So coming into KBBU, you said you wanted to come to KBBU, and you did. And
Yes.
that was, I think that was around March or something of 2022.
I think so. I think so. It's been a while, but I think so. I think so. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So you were a graduate of July of 2022. Back
Hmm.
then we were doing all year round, over the summer, every month was covered with the KBBU course, but we don't do that anymore. We
Oh,
only run the courses through the school semesters. So it's
But
only
you
in
know what?
January and
I
August.
really liked it. After my first one, my first class, I was like, after maybe a few weeks, I was like, I'm missing something. I'm not in class. It's something that I'm supposed to be learning. Like I just felt like I needed more. I needed more. Like they don't tell
Yes.
you these things in business. You be working so much and you get caught up with life that you like, okay, continue your education.
That is so true. That is absolutely right. So, what are some of the things that you took away from the undergraduate course that you went through for 6 months at KBBU initially that's different from where you are now in the VIP master's class? What would you say is the difference between the two classes?
Um, I can say the undergrad class, how can I put this? It made me do the work, my homework. So it's basically if I want to succeed, I have to do the work, turn the cameras on, pay attention. I have to do the work. Like, and it was so easy because the homework that was given was things that we really needed for our business. So if you
Mm,
didn't have it, it's because you didn't do the work. And I
right.
sometimes to this day, I still need things that I created and did in the undergrad class. Now,
Wow.
yes,
I
learn so
love
much.
it.
But the class now that I'm in is it hasn't been a day where I haven't turned it on and said I didn't go through that in my life. And
Whoa,
it's
whoa,
more it's
whoa.
like involving education and life like every day. And don't get me wrong, you have to be close to God. I feel very in business you have to be close to God because it's going to be times where you don't know which way to go, who to talk to, where I'm going to go, and sometimes you just need to sit with yourself and have a conversation with God, and it help you out. It helps me out a lot of times. But I've actually have turned on my went back and listened to it and just like I'm going through this right now. Okay, she's telling me how to go through this. Calm down, woosah, listen to yourself.
Right.
Like, and it's everyday devotions are on there every day. So
Oh,
it's something that I go through since I've had my salon. I've been through something that you said in your video.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. So, what if you're watching this for the first time? What we're doing is we're talking to Miss Jasmine Grayson, who is a licensed cosmetologist with her own salon, elevating, growing, six-figure income earner. Yes, she is doing her thing. Okay. And if you're wondering, like, how do you get into KBBU? What is KBBU all about? What we do is we teach entrepreneurs how to do business the right way. We teach you how to do business, not doing it by yourself. You don't need to be a solopreneur, honey. You
Yeah.
don't need to be a solopreneur at all because that's only going to limit your income. We want to take you to a business owner, to an investor level. We want to teach you things that you have only part of the information and teach you whys and what's and hows. That's what we do at KBBU. And we have two options. We have private individual strategy sessions and we have the undergrad. If you're interested in joining us, the information is right down below going across the screen. So you can go to www.kbbullc.com and we'll be glad to get you started. Now, the additional thing that you said, keyword, continuing education, Jasmine. So now you're in the VIP Masters class. And like you were saying, in the VIP Masters class, we have daily business devotions for our students so that they never are without some type of mentorship, some type of encouragement, some type of inspiration, because we know that as entrepreneurs, we need that every single day. I need it. So I be contacting my mentors and stuff and watching every video that I can of theirs.
Mhm.
So we created a school where in the VIP Masters class, you can come to the class once every 3 weeks. And by the way, alumni that's in the VIP Masters class, we got class coming up this Saturday. Don't
Mhm.
forget, okay? But every 3 weeks, we meet as a group of entrepreneurs on a WebEx system, and we talk about all things business. We talk about business communications. We talk about business locale. We talk about business money. We talk about business work ethics. And this week, we're going to be talking about business operations, and we're going to finish everything, kick it off with business influence. So that's going to be fire, okay? Sometimes we bring in special guest speakers, and sometimes I'll just do the whole class myself. But either way it goes, you're constantly learning and growing because, just like you said, Jasmine, those daily business devotions are so crucial to the success of your business. You know how many times, well, I ain't even going to say for me, how many times do you get discouraged in a week?
A day, a week. I get discouraged. Just being a business owner, sometimes things don't go your way, so you are going to get discouraged. I get discouraged a lot, but I just turn on my devotion. I'm like, okay. Even on Saturdays, I tell my clients, hey, I got a class, so I might be quiet, but I'm here. I'm here. I need this. I'm going to make sure I am there. So yes, I get how many? Just to throw out a number, a week. Let's say maybe 2 or 3 times a day times 7. So let's say what 14. Let's say that.
All right. Okay. I love it. I love it. Well, it's not a good thing that we get discouraged. But the thing is that we are real people as entrepreneurs. And as a real person running a business, trying to figure everything out, we don't know everything. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to fail. Okay. Let's just put that out there. We're going to fail a lot more times than we succeed, okay? Because we're trying to get it together. But when you're at KBBU, it makes life so much better. It makes life so much different because what happens is when you get the opportunity to constantly be fed something fresh and something new. We don't repeat the same thing over and over. Every time we have a new VIP class, which starts in January and August. The next class coming up August 30th for the VIP Masters class sign up. So you guys, you can register now if you've already graduated from KBBU. And if you have never been to KBBU, you can start out right today in the private strategy sessions and graduate to the undergraduate class if there isn't a class that is available for you to join today. So like I said, that undergraduate class starts in August on the 20th. The VIP starts on August the 30th. And we have those classes running simultaneously at the same time during the same semester. But yeah, I love that you are saying like, when you come into the class and you're getting that information, even though you have to work on Saturdays, you are still in class, and honey, we be loving you doing your job and you getting your information, girl. I love that. So it is an interactive class, and we talk about our challenges there. We talk about the things that we are having struggles and problems with, but we also talk about how to solve those problems. We talk about, after me being in business for over 30 plus years, we discussed like how we gonna fix this issue. We discussed that, and it's real talk with real people with real businesses. 6 and 7 figure earners are in that class, and nobody is above each other. Everybody's on the same playing field in the VIP Masters class, and that's why I love it so much. Even myself, I just put myself in that same category with y'all, and I'm like, okay, how can we help each other? Right. All right? How can we help each other? So I love that you've been in the VIP Masters class for what, 2 semesters now?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's technically almost a whole year you've been a part of the VIP Masters class. Now tell us about a little bit about how you grew from coming through the VIP Masters class.
Okay, so I have a salon, and the salon that I do have is a suite-based salon. So coming from, okay, I have 5 rooms, and coming from, okay, Jasmine, we need to organize more. And going from the master's class, what is important? And it shouldn't be an excuse, because the only excuses they hurt you. So I've definitely learned there's no excuses, just do it. Like it's no point just go ahead and do it, and make sure you do your research. I have learned with learning with credit, learning even with business. Be detailed. The time is now. It's not practice. This is real, really, really business. And even though it's a lot of things that you don't know, as far as paper wise, it could be they don't teach you these things. But as a business owner, you should know these things. So I have learned things about that, and I've learned too to speak up. Like if I don't have the answers or I don't know it, it's okay. I will message you and say, hey, I need this. Hey, how can we do this? Hey, these numbers don't look right. What about this? So I've learned that sometimes you have to be around greater. You know, you can't be the smartest person in the room, and it's okay to ask questions and don't be scared because there's somebody out there who already been through it and can help you.
Yes. I love that. All right. And tell us a little something about like your financial growth. Have you expanded in that arena?
Yes. So before here, I had a suite, a little 10 by 10 that I was paying for. And I was like, oh no, well, I definitely can grow. So we went from a 10 by 10 to now the one that I have now is 2,400 square feet.
Woo! Wait a minute. Congratulations, honey. Yes.
Thank you. So we have 5 rooms. I have a shampoo area. I have a dryer room, and we're thinking about expanding it from here, expanding from the 1,200 square foot salon. I want something maybe bigger, comfortable, you know. So we're looking into that too.
So you're growing. You're growing in every aspect of your life.
Yes.
Oh my God. That is so huge. That is so good. I love that. See, that's the thing that most people don't really understand. They look at KBBU and they're like, I don't know if I should do that. You know, I got a lot going on in business and yada, yada, yada. But when you stop and you slow down and you begin to realize, like, man, where have you been all of my life? Like, this is exactly what I need in order for me to stay on track, for me to stay focused, for me to go to the next tier. You've grown financially, you have grown spiritually, relationally, you know, you have grown in every aspect that there is to grow.
Yes. And it's all because of you. Thank you.
No, that's God. That's God. I can't
God. He sent you to me. He sent you because I asked and I was like, I'm looking for somebody that can really help me in business. And you really have, even as far as credit wise. And I tell everybody, hey, I have a lady, Miss Michelle. So come on over. Because it's really good work. It's not just books. You don't just sit there and read. You know, you actually talk and you invite us in and you make us talk. We're going to learn this today.
Yes, I love it. So it's not just theory. It is actual action. Yes. Like lights, camera, action. For real. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you so much, Jasmine, for sharing that. That was so cool. That is so cool. And I really appreciate your participation and, you know, just pushing through that, even though there might be some things that we don't always agree upon, but you're still going to take that and you're going to make a move on that information. It's like, okay, well, I might not understand everything, but you still doing it. You still growing. You still going, girl. And I love that so much. It's so great. It's so amazing. But yeah, so now that you have your salon and everything, let's talk about how people can get in touch with you and what area. I heard you say earlier you're in the Spartanburg, South Carolina area.
Yes.
Okay.
South Carolina.
Awesome. And if they wanted to reach out to you and get you to start doing their hair, or tell us about what all you offer. Let's just do that.
Okay, so I have a private suite-based salon where I have
whoa. Wait a minute. You said a private.
Yes. We love privacy. I've noticed that. Thank you. I've noticed that cosmetologists do better in their own setting. Like they want to be around other people, but they really want their own room on space. So I have a private suite-based salon. We have lashes here, hair. We have a braider. We do locks. We're growing. We're growing. But thank you. I offer installs, relaxers, blowouts, men, women, children, all ages. We don't discriminate. So yes. So
yes, honey. Yes.
thank you.
I love that. Oh, go ahead. I was still listening. I didn't mean to cut you out. I'm just excited.
Oh, thank you. So we do have lashes, we have braider, we have locks. Most of our independent contractors, our stylists here, they do go by appointment because we try to keep it and not just sit each other on top of each other, all the clients on top of each other. We try to make it intimate. So we do have private appointments available. So everybody has their own website to where they can actually go and people can book. And we also have our 866 numbers to where they can call and reach all the different stylists within the salon. So that number is yes. That I got from KBBU.
Hey.
Yes. So, the number is 866-754-7297. And
Love
then we
it.
are on Instagram and we are on Facebook. J
All
Grace
right.
Studio. Yes.
Awesome. Out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. Now I'm going to go ahead and let me see if I can put that number on the screen so that we can make sure that they can reach out to you or something. How can we put that number out there? So give us that number one more time.
866-754-7297.
Okay, y'all got that number? If not, what I'll do is I'll make sure that it is listed in the comment section underneath this video. So y'all will have all of her contact information. You can reach out to her. Are there particular hours, Jasmine, that you are available if they want you directly?
If they want me directly, Monday and Tuesday, I work from 9 to 2. And then yes, and then Wednesday through Friday, I work 9 to 8, and on Saturday, I work 8 to 2.
8 to 2. I love it. I love it. So y'all got to get in there in the morning and the afternoon. She don't work them late hours no more because she got that option.
Yeah.
And if you want that option to be able to schedule your business when you want to work, then listen, KBBU is running right across the screen. You better call now. You better get in there while you can, because we do fill up pretty quickly. I'm telling you right now, and we only take a limited amount of students every semester. So if you are interested in joining right today, then make sure that you get into our private strategy sessions and we'll be happy to assist you. Well, Jasmine, is there anything else that you want to leave with the people that are watching, all of these millions and billions of people? Would you like to share anything in particular about entrepreneurship, about your journey, about anything?
Entrepreneurship is very hard, but you just got to keep going. You just got to keep going. Be consistent. You know, it might seem like you're taking all these losses, but eventually you're going to learn, okay, I need to take this loss and move this over here and do this. And then just keep going. Just keep going.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Just keep going. Like they said on Nemo, Finding Nemo.
Yes.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep
You got to.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us today to share with us your journey of being an entrepreneur, how you started to how we met, you coming into KBBU, graduating as an undergraduate, and then furthering your education onto the VIP Masters. And we're so happy that you are still connected with us. And I've seen your growth. Like I've seen you go from, oh my God, it's just amazing. Like you are a whole different person than when I first met you, for real. So thank
you.
you so much for coming on today to share with where you are now. And it is an amazing process. And I know you're going to go way on to those 7 and 8 figures if you just stay the course like you gave the advice. Just keep going. I love it. Thank you so much for being here today, Jasmine. We
Thank
appreciate you. Y'all give her a round of
you.
applause. Hey! Awesome, awesome. All right. So if you guys have any questions about anything concerning KBBU, you have the information below. We would love to talk with you. But make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you are subscribed, that you like, and that you share, because we come on every Tuesday with Where Are They Now? We have hundreds of students that have come through our courses that are doing their business life. And we want to share with you their process of their journey that will help inspire you to keep doing what you do and to start if you haven't started yet. So we want to make sure that you are connected with us. So make sure you're connected to kb.michellegreen, that you have that subscription already checked off and your notification set so that you will not miss a day that we go live here at KBBU. Where Are They Now? All right, until next Tuesday, we will see you guys later, and we hope that you have a